think it's good, 16. Man. You can only stink for so long. Eventually, come on, man. I mean.
Was I getting ripped?
Come to London, innit? If it's real, come to London, innit? Banana Boku, yes sir, Nicholas K, podcast point guard, what's goody?
Ken, aka I'm gonna trim today, dark skin Steve Nash.
Yeah, Cam, aka Mr. aka the man in the middle, Lash. Get it.
Yeah, can't forget the boys at home. We'll start with the neighborhood Sweden man, Sweet Ones. Big up him. Big up our podcast sick man Bex. Big up him and big up our man, the one, the only behind the cam, Mr. No Face, No Case.
I've got that on.
Yeah, that was clean now. That was clean. I think the last 2 have been a bit choppy, but a bit shaky. But we back, guys. Yeah. Happy January part 2.
Yep. Yeah.
When do we stop saying Happy New Year? Have you stopped?
It will naturally.
I've had a couple this week.
Yeah.
I think you still have to say it through Feb.
Through Feb?
Wait, hold
That's
up.
crazy.
Until Feb. No, until Feb. If you're bumping into people that you haven't said Happy New Year to. If it's Feb, you've missed the boat.
Alright. Noted. Big up our listeners, always. First time listeners, last time listeners,
And
second,
listeners.
third, fourth, fifth,
Subscribed.
sixth listeners.
Especially the subscribed.
Yes,
Yeah, man.
and now to big up the video gang that like to view the visuals. Big up the YouTube massive as well. Tell your boys, tell your girls, tell everybody. How we doing, lads? Let's talk hoops, man. I've been waiting for this, man. So much has happened.
We played hoops as well today as well.
Are we playing hoops?
So it's
You
a good
wearing
day.
Bulls?
Don't worry about
Yeah.
my team just got back from Paris.
Okay.
From
You wearing Celtics
croissant.
gear,
Oh, no
cuz?
Sam, man. No Sam.
I hear it. The man them a jiffy today.
What
Okay.
about you? Take that off.
Bro, I'm hearing it.
It's a nice fit though, man. So I'll give it
I
to
try. Thank you, man. Thank you. Paddy. What we said? Should we start off with that quickly?
you. Man.
before
How
we
you
get
man,
into it?
How you man doing down La Paris?
Dans la Paris, you left with a dub. Thank fuck, because if we were gonna be lose to Pistons in the international game, I would have wept.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna lie, we were down in the second quarter, and then I was looking at the box score, and I was like, fuck, I gotta get this game on because this shit's looking shaky. But we came out with a dub.
Well, speaking of that, actually, before you get into the games that were played, so
Let's
obviously,
talk about it.
yeah, context. Bulls played the Pistons in Paris.
At
When
the
was it?
Accor
Thursday?
Arena.
Friday?
It
Friday.
was.
One of those
Good
days.
question.
The NBA's Europe showcase.
Thursday night.
Used to be in London,
Same
but
thing.
we fumbled the bag.
Yeah.
We did.
Now in Paris.
But it's a big deal because the BBC, British Broadcast Corporation,
Yeah.
have announced the 9-game broadcast deal with the NBA.
Yeah. You know what?
This is big, man. This is big. If you haven't, check out our episode with Sam Nita from Hoops Fix, where we pretty much speak about stuff like this happening, and we spoke about expansion of the NBA to Europe, more specifically UK, and also British basketball as well. But let me give you the fine details of this deal.
Yeah.
So it's going to be on BBC Three. It's still BBC Three. It's going to include 4 regular season games, 2 playoff games, 1 conference finals game, and 1 NBA finals game, along with select highlights and an end of season review show. So that's something. Usually, if you don't know, Sky Sports have seemed to be the one leading the charge for
UK,
NBA
NBA. Even
game.
they show BBL.
Yeah, they show BBL games. So now BBC are in the mix now. I saw a lot of people show BBL. I saw the quote tweets, the replies and that. It was like, all right, cool. This is nice, but where's BBL?
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
I mean, yeah, I'll pass it over to, what were you saying? You had some thoughts as well. Did you catch the game, by the way?
I did. My biggest highlight, so seeing as this is one of the larger events that's been broadcasted basketball-wise from, on the BBC in quite some time.
Yeah.
I had a few notes. BBC, your play calling needs work.
Damn, son.
The commentators were not enthusiastic. I didn't feel engaged. I didn't feel as if they were knowledgeable as I have seen. Give us a shout, even if it's for the intermediary kind of commentary between the play calling kind of during timeouts and breaks. We're a lot more knowledgeable. We're professional. we are entertaining. We are charismatic.
Bums.
We are everything that you need, right? You have an eclectic mix of personalities, handsome faces, and utmost professionalism running throughout this studio, even though it doesn't come across all
Debatable.
the time.
Yeah, all
BBC,
that.
Debatable
Shout
professionalism.
Hold
shout
that.
us because your current team, looking a little shaky.
It was.
Hold that.
I like that. You talk your shit, bro. You talk your shit.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely baby steps.
It's Debbie Baby said, but
This is a baby
I'm ready
step.
to take a leap. Man.
this
So
is
give us a shout. Give us a goddamn shout. At someone screenshot this at BBC. Shout us, even if it's for 15 minutes. We'd appreciate the opportunity. Let's get it.
Love that. Sky was also there as well. I didn't catch their coverage,
Shout out to Mo.
but yeah, Mo was there. JD was there, which was good. So I don't know. It's gonna be a weird one for me because in football you have that clash between ITV, Sky, and BBC trying to get Premier League rights and all them things there. So when it does officially happen, because it will happen, like it's gonna happen. Basketball's gonna be shown here a lot. Eventually, someone's gonna crack that big deal. So I don't know how the rivalry is gonna go. If they'll share it, or if they usually it's always one or the other. Yeah. So,
But the rivalry is good for us,
It's great.
It's like,
great.
we're showing 9 games, we're going to show 10 games. We're
Yeah,
showing
yeah,
15
that's
games.
great.
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
we're just being like, more games.
We got
yeah, but
coverage.
someone's gonna have to strike that big 82 game.
Yeah. Someone's
You know
going
what
to
I'm
take a
saying?
gamble.
Deal. Someone's gonna have to take that gamble. So,
But yeah,
we'll
this
see.
looks like a little chess move from the BBC to start the ball rolling.
uh,
Hope Sky's shaking in the boots,
you get me? What do you prefer, BBC or Sky? Which quick one?
Sky.
I think Sky. I saw the play calling on BBC. I already had enough to say, but we can fix that.
All right, cool. So shouts to them for that. Let's break into our first one then. How you doing?
How
This
you
is the
doing?
feature where we speak about our teams, short and sweet. We'll go. Sorry, I interrupted you, so we can
No,
go
it's all
again. Yeah, with the Bulls.
We'll,
go
we'll
first.
kick it off. So we
Yeah.
left Paris with a dub, but still the consistency, especially when playing against lower ranked teams, is not there. We need the intensity. It's weird. We're streak breakers. We'll beat some plus 500 teams, and we'll just completely get decimated by people we have no business losing to. So that's about it. Still a little bit frustrated, but we're getting on.
Yeah.
We're keeping it moving.
Like that. And I saw a nice video of Lonzo dunking.
I wouldn't.
He wouldn't probably
read
not.
too
Yeah,
much.
he's not gonna
Wouldn't read
probably.
too much.
But I mean, that's good though, because I remember a few months ago it was.
I can't even walk.
I can't even.
I
Yeah, I
can't
can't
even
even
walk, so-
do stuff. So I mean, listen, he's getting there, man.
I mean, he's only on like a 3-year contract. I think next year it finishes. I don't think they're going to re-sign him.
done
I'm
with
not
him.
going to put too much stock into Lonzo. I think they might move him as a salary piece, just to kind of free up some cap space next year. Realistically, I don't think there's, unless they kind of see that he's made such great progression that they'll lock him up to a long-term deal on a good budget. So yeah. Also, quick note in terms of how you doing. Zach LaVine seems like he's returned to form, thus the jersey. So let's run it.
I'll save my rebuttal, man. How they doing isn't a section for rebuttals. I'll save it. Lakers, quick one. Lost some games we should have won. Game's the game.
Oh,
I'll speak about why.
Oh, you're going to go into detail?
Why?
No, I was asking. I got something in my bag.
Go get what's in your
No,
bag.
can start.
Okay, cool. Alright, so boom. So yeah, Lakers were doing okay. It's unfortunate because the refs got involved. And we lost a lot of games because obviously the refs couldn't seem to make the call. There was a play that Westbrook had where Embiid clearly fouled him, but if you ain't no man even playing violins, this is hold that, innit?
This is not a violin.
I just told myself to hold that. But listen, it's because it is a sad song. Being a Laker fan is a sad, sad song right now. I can't even lie. We need the violins. So I'll have to hold that. But AD's back this week, it seems, or at least I think it's like a little 2-week window. So wait for AD to come back and we'll make a proper push. We just need to go on a proper run because the gap between us and I think the 6th and elite is actually still small. So we can catch that. So yeah. Over to the
My turn? Oh, short and sweet, man. 1 A in a row.
no Jalen as well for a bit.
12 out of our last 14. Yeah, man, we're doing our thing, man. Top 5 in offense and defense, only team in the league. JT dropped 50. Rob is looking good. JB was out. What can I say, man? Yeah.
I hate this
know you
section
guys-
for the
you guys hate when
I hate this section for the Celtic part. It's just like
They're playing well. We can't.
They're
really
playing
do
well,
much,
they're
man.
playing
Oh,
well.
you beat the Bulls. Hold that.
2-2 for the regular season.
oh, are you counting?
I would say,
like
'cause
that.
I think that's the series done, isn't it?
Yeah.
I would say we'll continue in the playoffs, but only one of us will be there.
Ooh, big talk. Let's see.
Big talk.
Let's see.
All right, boom. let's get into talk of the town. There's so much has happened. I don't know where you want to start. I have a boiling question though.
Yeah.
I'll start off with. All right, so the Warriors last night, right? They won, right?
Yeah.
And they didn't have a lot of their players.
They have Steph, they didn't have Clay, they didn't have
All right,
Dre.
boom. So obviously, players' fitness in the NBA is a mad thing. It's been a mad thing. Players are getting injured. I don't know. Players are getting injured left, right, center. So my question is to you, because Steve Kerr had a little press conference after his game, and he was like, obviously, you know, we're out of these. We haven't got this player. We haven't got this player. That's because, and it's just unacceptable because obviously fans are paying big money and they're not seeing the stars, not seeing Steph. Imagine paying money. Imagine you bought a game last
booked
year.
a year ago.
Yeah. And you come in, there's no Steph, there's no Clay. You can't even get a Draymond, for God's sake.
Can't even get a
Draymond, right? So my question is, obviously this is because, well, this may be because it's an 82 game season, long ass season. Should the NBA shorten its season?
No,
Why?
they don't need to.
They don't need to. I just put a case forward. Players are getting injured.
It is one of the, can I say, sports-wise,
Yeah.
probably one of the longest.
It's very long.
season-
It's
not
very,
longest
very
in
long.
terms of time, but longest in terms of amount of games played in a season out of any other major known sport.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very
I
long.
mean, so I'm gonna say no for two reasons.
Same.
I like what Stan Van Gundy
I was
said.
just about to bring that up as well.
Even though he got your spitting facts, you got that wrong.
Yeah.
We've had this since the league has merged. We've got all these new coaches, strength coaches, conditioning coaches, well-being coaches. Back then, he said all they had was a strength coach.
Yeah.
Injuries are still happening. I feel like the way teams in the league are reacting to minor or big injuries are different. So like back spasm might have been 1 game off back then. There'll be a 12 game off now.
Today.
So I feel like number one, the way we're reacting to these injuries is different. The league is very much advocating load management, which might be a good thing.
Yeah.
But it's the team's decisions ultimately.
Yeah.
No one's telling them to rest these players. They're deciding to rest the players.
Yeah.
So he can't blame the schedule for his decision to rest everyone. Everyone plays back-to-back games.
Yeah.
A 72-game season, which he's advocating, I don't think it's going to change much. It might change one back-to-back series or 1 3-game road trip.
I guess it was like the bubble season though. How that was like 70 games?
72.
72 games?
72, they cut it by 10? Thereabouts.
That was nice though.
Yeah, but
We're also playing the least number of back-to-backs than we have in any era.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Sorry, I didn't want to...
yeah, no,
That's a good fact.
that,
Good
that
fact.
goes in with it. So
Yeah.
I feel like most of the decision making for, obviously I'm not down like minus the ACL tears and the Achilles ruptures, etc. I'm looking at these. Cam Johnson just came back. Normally they do minutes restrictions. Now they're doing injury management. So he'll play a game 20 minutes, and he'll miss 2 games to rest the injury, even though he's back, and then he'll come back 20 minutes. Kawhi's been doing it all year, so that's new. I just think it's the way the teams are reacting to.
You're saying it's soft. You're saying NBA soft.
It's just maybe player preservation.
Yeah.
But you can't go and say you can't blame the league for that because that's your decision.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I just want to highlight, just whilst we're on this topic, I just want to highlight something that I think we've covered in the past as well. I'll throw out a few young player big names out there. Lonzo Ball,
Yeah.
LaMelo Ball ankles,
Yeah.
Zion, BI,
Yeah.
we could say.
Toe.
So this Cam, Cole,
Yeah.
these kind of the running theme, and what I brought up last time was these younger players starting earlier with these super heavy regimens whilst their bodies are still maturing and growing, and how it's kind of affecting them once they're getting to the league.
That's also true. Yeah.
It's so these kids are working out harder than ever before. So
You look at these third graders.
Some teams are coming out.
That
literally,
video.
they're
Listen. Quickly.
crazy.
If there was ever a video that showed you what you watch influences a generation.
Yeah, but
That
I
kid-
didn't like the reaction to that. If
some of
KD,
the-
I
some
liked
of
what
the-
KD said
So-
about
Yeah,
that.
man.
every other.
It's like, bro, that's what kids do. Like, it's what everyone
But then
does.
when
it's supposed to
the
be.
other players were tweeting, you have to do better, etc. I was like, maybe you do. But then when KD said, when I was a kid, what we would do
Yeah, that kind of.
is mirror what we saw. It makes sense.
It made so much sense.
They're literally kids. So Yeah, I feel like the harsh reactions were a bit
We'll
overstated.
put a video. We'll put a quick
Maybe
one.
the celebrations that.
Nah, it's pop,
Maybe the-
bro.
What
Like,
the celebrations
calm,
to say?
bro,
It's
this
calm, bro.
you're too small. That's
That's
a number
calm,
one,
bro. Do you know what we was saying to each other when we were playing? We weren't third grade playing, but I mean, even when we were like
Yeah.
14, bruh,
Bro, I saw the kid doing the JT.
it's
bro, you literally
your
just
idols,
mirroring.
man. They're respecting that idols.
At that age, yeah.
Alright, cool. Love that. I actually do think should shorten the season. That's just me. I'm being selfish.
But it takes the balance off the records.
Yeah, but fam, I just think we need a new era of basketball. I know people say, "Oh, that would mess up the records," but fam, it is what it is, isn't it? That's
that.
happened everywhere.
Something has to give or take. It's
I hear
either
that.
You gotta,
82 games it's a long time,
you
fam.
either got to loosen up the games or loosen up the training regimens, because when you see what they do, it's like it's not human.
That's what's not. It was. Yeah, it's
not human.
It's troublesome. It's troublesome. The third graders thing. I want to bring that into my next question, which is a discussion we started on our Twitter. So follow us at Banana Broke Crew if you haven't yet. It was about, who said this? Is it JJ that said this? No. Austin Rivers said this
Yeah.
about highlight culture.
Yeah.
This was good. He spoke about how kids of today or upcomers of today compared to when he was upcoming, it's completely different. The game has changed. He spoke about how, people play for highlights. You do 1-2 clip, you post it, it goes viral, it goes everywhere. That's what people are playing for. He was like, back in his day, you go out there, best person in the court, smoke you, the game over. That's it, done. There wasn't none of what we're seeing today.
In addition, don't forget like the paying for.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's
He
what's
was
the
like,
key.
how, yeah. So parents would pay this person to come, bring a camera, post it on this, get bare clips, Now that he said that, I'm kind of thinking, yeah, that does make sense. Because, sometimes you be chilling on YouTube, you hear 6'4" phenom, some random name, and that's it. You don't even see it. You only see him again. But anyway, yeah. So, I want to pose that to you guys. And also, even in the NBA, nowadays, if you get in a debate with somebody, they do post a little 5-second clip to you, and they're like, "Yeah, that's wrong. Because look, he did this," and then that's just kind of like, "All right, cool, that's a highlight." You know?
But it's not the game.
It's not the game though. It's
The
not
game is so
it's not
much
the
more than
sweet,
the highlights that we
this-
see on Free Dawkins. and-
Exactly, the sweet science. So it's highlight culture ruining the game, guys.
I don't think so.
I don't think so. I don't think it's ruining it, but you just got to take it with a pinch of salt, innit? Like with anything else.
I do think it's ruining the purity of the game.
Okay.
But because I remember Austin Rivers coming up and his tape. He was like, I think he was at our peak.
Listen,
I don't know
Austin.
what peak. But
Remember Austin in 2K?
Bro, Austin in 2K.
Austin played like LeBron James in 2K.
Yeah.
and he had an amazing high school tape.
Gerald Green.
Yeah.
But he was saying he would just go out there and play. Ball His Life would be there because he was playing well, and then he got the attention of media outlets like them.
Yeah.
But now if it's the case where, like Cameron said, these kids are going through rigorous training regimes from like 6 onwards, their parents want their kids to be known. And if we're just getting these guys out there to film them and post the highlights, and then equally when we watch the game, like we can't watch every single game.
Yeah.
And all relying on these highlights that they show. Like I'll watch a game and then the next day I'll watch the highlights. And you can see like, maybe JT dropped 30, but that 30 came with 15 misses that aren't shown. So it's like, it doesn't reflect the true nature of the game. And I feel like people are relying on highlights and being a bit lazy when they're talking about the game.
There's highlight culture. But there's on the opposite side, there's stats culture. Box score culture, sorry.
Yeah, that's me.
That's you.
I'm a stat man. That's it.
Yeah, it's cool. It's just chopping in and out, but we're good though. Aaron, we good, yeah? Yeah, bless. Box score culture. Which culture do you reside with then?
Yeah, what side are you on, man?
Box score culture is when now you're debating with a man and he goes, he didn't even watch the game. He tells you, he went 5 for 13 from
I
field
don't
goal.
subscribe to a single culture. I wouldn't say. I wouldn't say any of us particularly subscribe to one particular culture. You gotta have some objectivity and look
But
at a holistic.
I feel like
view
everyone
of
has
the
a
game.
dominance.
I feel like everyone has a dominant.
Everyone leans towards a side.
Yeah.
Dominant side,
I lean to the side of whatever I'm on. You know, I want to back my own agenda.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna
Yeah,
either
yeah.
play whichever card I need to play in order to support whatever view I'm debating. Let's just be completely
I
transparent.
hear that. I hear that. I
What
hear
about
that.
you?
I feel like I'm more. If I'm gonna be completely honest, I feel like I'm more. I'd rather show you.
Myths and fairy tales.
I'd rather show you the plays than the numbers for sure. I'd 100% always rather go that way.
Eye test.
I love the eye test.
I love the
I
eye test
love the
argument
eye test.
because for me, you can just be a bit more descriptive of what you're saying. It's hard to rebuttal against. It's just like, bro, it's right here in plain. Like, look at this play right here.
But then also,
Feel
I
me?
love, especially over like a larger sample
I
size.
respect numbers though, yeah.
Over like
Yeah,
a
yeah, yeah.
long season or larger sample size, the numbers are maybe the final piece
Yeah,
Very
of
telling.
the debate.
you need. I mean, realistically speaking, we all studied English. You need both. You need evidence and you need the blah blah blah. But come on, bro. But
Get your marks up.
we are in an age where that on Twitter I see it all the time.
All these advanced
Advanced
analysis.
people
Bro, I
are
saw
coming
one
with
today
usage and it's like
that blew my mind. I can't even remember what it was called. It was like assists. Like it was like high rated assists.
yeah, it's getting a bit crazy,
it
isn't it?
was
It's getting a bit
Different
crazy.
quality of it.
Yeah, the quality of the assists, and
Yeah,
there's a stat
yeah.
for that now. So yeah, I
It's
feel like
mad thing.
there's-
They also need to figure out a way to kind of record hockey assists. Kind of the
Yeah, the
good
play-
pass that leads
I'm sure
to
there
the
is
corner three.
Full NBA University. I like that pitch.
Yeah, I mean there is the stats for like I don't know, like what is it, like player involvement, you have your plus minuses, you have your
You got
Is
your
that- is that game
shooting.
runs deep?
usage, you have your true percent. Like I guess we just have to dive through that anyway. But yeah, let us know, man, because I don't know. I saw that. I didn't see the debate, but when we opened up the discussion on Twitter, and then I obviously we have our debates all the time. I just think it's keep an eye on that, man.
Yeah,
You know
like-
what I'm saying.
What do you when you're having your basketball debates? Is it the tape? Is it the stats? Is it the combination? What do you use as your basis for your basketball arguments? I'd like to know.
So, whilst we're on the stat segue, I'd like to pose a question to you, gentlemen.
Yeah.
The top 3 teams in the league with the highest offensive ratings, who would you say they are?
Do you know who they are?
I do.
Kings, Celtics. Last one's a tough one for me. Kings, Celtics.
King Celtics Nuggets.
King Celtics Nuggets.
Yeah!
on, man. We know ball.
We know
We know
ball,
ball.
man. What are you talking about, man?
They're
Huh?
quite literally
Come on,
like
Kurt.
0.1 differential of each other.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about
Let's
it.
talk about it. Let's start with the. Oh, sorry.
Specifically highlighting
Yeah.
A, the fact that Jokic is a machine, and B, the Sacramento Kings, guys.
Before we get into the Kings, I swear I don't listen. I know Jokic is good, guys. I know he's great. I'm not even gonna get into that rabbit hole again.
Potential,
No, I'm not.
potential 3-time MVP.
That's what I'm gonna say. This guy might win another MVP. I hope
gonna
he
win.
doesn't.
This
Respectfully,
guy-
I really hope he doesn't. Nah, I'm not even trying to. This is respectfully.
You know what? You know why?
I
Because it
just-
defeats this whole.
No, I could've just
his
doesn't. Come on, bro.
whole
This guy
agenda.
is
Let
just.
alone back-to-back MVP.
Bro, come on,
Three-time
man.
MVP?
Listen, MVP just goes like I get it. The numbers are great. They're actually fantastic, but MVP got to go to somebody else. I'd rather see Jason Tatum win that shit than.
Oh, wow.
Then he
Wow.
But it'll be interesting to see if Jokic gets the LeBron
Narrative.
treatment of. Bro, LeBron could have had like 4 in a row.
Exactly, bro.
So it will be interesting to see if that plays a factor because everybody else is also playing at an amazingly high level. So yeah, he has a chance, but I do think it might go to someone else because Luke is playing out of his mind. JT's playing out of his mind.
Do you think so? With the Nuggets are probably gonna finish first in the West. I think so. Jokic is obviously gonna finish. I don't know. I think numbers wise, it's so hard to argue.
Yeah,
It's so hard to
extremely
argue.
hard.
That's why I'm hoping that they factor in other things. I don't think they will.
I don't know. I think there's too much magic there for voter fatigue to play a part. I think Jokic is probably going to get it.
I think he's gonna
Probably-
get it, man.
Probably gonna, and
Fuck's
Giannis has
sake,
been
man.
absent.
And
I would've
Embiid.
said, and the Sixers don't win enough.
But yeah, the only I guess
They don't win
if
enough.
we go on what we on the history of MVPs right now, I guess JT is his biggest threat, best record,
Yeah.
and great stats as well. So
I'd say.
yeah, it'll be interesting to see. I think that might come up to the last week of the NBA before
Yeah.
we have an indication of who's going to be the MVP.
Some emotion
Tough
in it,
question
man.
just came to
Some
me now.
emotion.
Would you trade JT for Jokic?
No.
Ooh,
What?
He said it so quickly. He's
I
wrong,
wouldn't
though.
either. I wouldn't either.
I
Oh,
can't.
you're wrong too.
I cannot trade Jason
both wrong.
Tatum.
As in, with the current Celtics team right
Bro,
now,
Jokic
you
and
would
Jaylen
take out.
Brown? You crazy?
Jaylen Brown and JT.
Jokic and JB
Kenton, I'm happy.
and
like,
Robert Williams?
I'm
Oh
happy.
my God.
Good
I
question.
don't want to see that team, bro.
It could work. I mean, it's like saying, like, would you trade?
In a heartbeat.
Would you trade?
In a heartbeat.
I'm not about the Bulls. That's crazy.
Take
Um,
them all.
He'd take anyone.
Would you
Take the
trade
ball.
Jokic for Luka? You see what I mean?
Would I trade Jokic for Luka if
If
I
you're
was
the
the
Mavs,
Mavs?
yeah.
Oh.
No.
Yes.
It's also situational.
Yes,
No.
absolutely yes.
No. I
It's
wouldn't.
situational.
Why would you then?
Why would I? Because I'm hearing murmurs about Luca saying you need to up your level and you need to get some more additions and I need help. I think it's going to be a shaky couple of years for the Mavs. I think we're just starting to see the beginning, but I reckon Luca's. I don't think Luca's going to be a lifer. I don't think Luca's going to be.
Oh, so you're thinking like business wise, like
I'm thinking long
Oh,
term.
you're thinking long term.
Long
okay.
term. Let me get JT.
Yeah, but yeah, long term.
You know me, I'm a GM. Like my brain works in.
Let me get
Yeah,
JT.
I hear it. Nuggets are balling.
Nuggets are balling.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, I'm a deviate slightly.
Go on,
Congrats on taking Aaron Gordon, by the way, because I dropped him on my fantasy.
Yeah, come on, bro. NBA fantasy, shout outs if you're involved. That's a good pickup. I'm good with it. Thank you.
He
man.
said if he'll be in the dunk contest.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I
He said
saw that.
If he's an all-star, he'll be in the dunk contest. So I guess we have to wait for Levine to say he ain't gonna be in the dunk contest.
They announced on the 26th of Jan. They're gonna announce the
Contestants.
well, final All Star ballot or whatever, and the captains as well, which I guess it was gonna be LeBron and Giannis. You reckon?
Isn't the highest vote getters?
Yeah, the top two. I think
they just did the third, but yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
I think
it'll be
Giannis is
those
number
two.
one, or it might be Cade.
Yeah, it's Giannis. Yeah, it's Giannis. Yeah, it's probably gonna be LeBron and Giannis then.
I will never know. Hey, Celtics fan, let's get JT captain, man.
Kings are hoopers. I love it, man. I love it. We spoke about this a few episodes ago when the Kings are balling. They cooked us like the beam.
Like the beam in the Staples Center.
Just yeah, that's nice. You know, I like to see this, man. I like to see this. I like what Fox and Sabonis are doing. I think they're great, fantastic duo.
Did you see the clip on one of the NBA shows?
Yeah,
Talking about their 5-out game, and then I saw it.
yeah,
And like,
the way,
unstoppable.
bruh. That's what you. Sometimes I need to see more of it. We'll talk about it later about players speaking more, like doing more media stuff. Showing more the play, showing them. Anyway, the way he broke down that play was nice. It shows his genius. Imagine they have to do that every single day. It's crazy. But yeah, Kings hooping. I don't even want to single anybody out. I think like they're hooping as a team, and I think that's including Mike Brown as the coach. I think they're just a great unit, man.
Built a great team around them.
I don't know how far they go.
Playmaking bigs,
Yeah,
crafty point guards,
yeah,
and shooters.
and
galore.
shooters.
And
That's the
just
shooters.
shooters all around. It's insane. But they're playing well and they're executing. So shout out to the Kings. Kings fans, you deserve this.
You do. I've never met a Kings fan in my life.
I mean, so
I'm just saying, I've never met.
that's a crazy way to end it. We're gonna see a lot soon.
Yeah, exactly.
right now
yeah,
we've got-
yeah.
All those Golden State fans.
Just me.
So right now we've got
shift over a little
Denver, Memphis,
That man.
Sacramento, and Pelicans at the top of the West.
Mhm.
And if I'm not wrong, those 4 teams combined have one finals appearance in the entire NBA's history. So is it now a
It's a shift.
shift in the Western dominance of LA,
Yeah.
Clippers,
Yeah.
Suns?
Oh,
Spurs have been whacked
putting
for.
Clippers in there.
Clippers is our regular season team, usually.
Yeah.
When's the last time Clippers made the finals? That's an interesting one to pull up.
The finals?
Have they even
the
made the
Clippers ever
finals?
been to the finals?
I don't know if they have.
Crazy.
But yeah,
that, though.
especially I know Sacramento haven't even been in the playoffs for 14 years.
I think it's
think
good,
16?
man. You can only stink for so long.
Oh.
Eventually, come on, man.
I mean,
I mean,
I mean,
Was I getting ripped? Oh, damn. Oh, all that.
so listen, it's so good to see. Where do you reckon they go then? Let's talk about it.
I see one of those teams in the conference finals, at the very least.
Between who did you say? Kings.
Nuggets, Memphis, Kings, Pelicans.
Well, I think Nuggets and Memphis are clear cut better than all the other teams in the West.
Thing is, they can punch, but they can make. I don't know, man. I like this because I think Kings are set up to be a great underdog team,
16.
and they're gonna punch. They can put blood in your mouth, whoever you are. Like a Kings and Grizzlies series. I don't know, man.
Playoff time, defense, slower pace, less possessions. I think their half-court defense isn't going to let them make a real run.
It's Fox
Jar is like,
Jar.
bro.
I mean, JJJ, Sabonis.
Yeah.
I want to see that.
I want to see that.
I want to
I want to
see
see that. I want to see that.
But I
Keegan,
think Memphis has got it.
Keegan will be. I think Keegan will be ready by then. Their power forward.
He played quite well last night. Dropped 29.
Yeah, exactly. So, listen, don't sleep on them, man. I don't want to quit. I think they're a sleeping team. I'm gonna put some stock in the Kings.
They're
man.
also exciting.
And they're very exciting.
Very exciting.
We're saying this with the Pelicans being fourth without Zion and Ingram for a very, very long time. So if they're healthy in the playoffs,
True, and yeah, a healthy Pelicans team,
It changes everything. Well,
sleepers as well.
they're definitely the kind of sleeping titans. They haven't had a lot of time together on the court. That starts.
The Pelicans team.
I mean, same thing with PG and Kawhi.
Yeah.
They've had like 35% of their games.
Yeah.
291 games. They had like 35% of those.
Let's switch field to the East. Unless you was gonna say something.
No, switch. I'm tired of this.
He's up tired of this. Oh, actually, I saw. I didn't bring this. I didn't bring the stat.
Numbers.
I saw some good numbers about the West. Basically, it proved my point, Ken. How
No, it does not.
You know,
Yes.
I told you
now
that
you don't
West
have
is-
it.
Yeah,
Now
I
you
don't-
don't have it. Come on, guys. You see what
You know, I told you West is better than East. There was a stat. It went like, you know, them graphs. It showed that the West have basically just been hoovering for the past, basically for like past decade. But now, I think the last 2 years, the East are starting have been better. But anyway, I'll find it. Maybe next episode we'll talk about it. But the East, yeah. Let's switch over to the Nets. KD has been out, and Nets did not look good.
They have a losing record. I mean, they did play well last night.
They
Kyrie
won.
dropped 48.
Yeah, they won. They finally won, but they did dip. I don't know what that means. I think Kyrie questions his leadership for a little bit. I saw, but
Ben Simmons is not Ben Simmonsing. I think we
will he ever?
We're talking about it. His horrible 3-throw rate has caused him to become allergic to driving to the basket, which is essentially his offensive game that he had going for him, which led to about 15 points a game when he was in Philadelphia. That's not happening.
Can I just ask? Sorry.
Yeah.
When was the last time Ben Simmons was good? Because I've been hearing this.
It's about
You guys
3 years
been talking
ago.
about him now for about what?
But-
almost 2-3 years.
Well,
Ben Simmons
he
isn't
was-
a bad basketball player. Let's not get it twisted.
Yeah. He was out for a while. This is like his first
Full season back.
in like 3-4 years,
But
3 years. So
he definitely needs to average more than 10 points a game because he'll get you your boards, assists, steals, blocks. But to be a point guard and run a show of a championship caliber team, you have to contribute, in my opinion.
Nets went
Sorry.
go on.
I think we would like some of the bigger Ben Simmons fans. I know Nick's a big fan. I'm a big fan of Ben Simmons.
I like it. I just respect his game, man. I like it. I mean, when you say Ben Simmons was Ben Simmons, what's Ben Simmons into you?
Ben Simmons' game. Ben Simmons is getting Maya Jam.
Not anymore.
Big respect.
Not anymore. I mean, yeah. If he comes back with 12 to 15 points, 10 rebounds, 10 plus assists, for me, that's
That's
what I
what
expect.
Russ did off the bench.
Yeah, that's you know, cannot be Russ though. Cannot be Russ though.
What's their record without KD?
Yeah. So when KD was out, they went 0 for 4. They were 30th in offensive rating, 26th in field goal percentage, 28th in 3-point percentage, 28th in 3-point percentage, and they went from second to fourth in the East.
It's alarming
That's alarming.
because when
Very
a
alarming.
star player goes down, I feel like the level of a championship team is we can hold it down.
Yes, facts. I like that.
Should be able to.
can
Have
hold
that,
it down.
have that next man up mentality.
Effort should at least.
Bucks have done it to a degree.
Mhm.
Celtics have done it to a degree.
Shit, we've done it to a degree.
You've done it to a degree.
Can't even
even
lie.
though they're not in the
Even the
playoffs.
Pelicans
Yeah.
are doing it.
Pelicans are doing it.
Pelicans do it.
So it's alarming the drop.
Yeah.
Last night's game was hopefully an indication. But yeah, we'll see if they can hold it down. I'm alarmed more by the Miami Heat.
Mm-hmm.
I called them a gatekeeper team in the group chat last night.
Yeah, why?
What
What
do
did
you-
you mean by
what do you
that?
mean
What
by
did you
that,
mean by
Kev?
that, kid? What did you mean by that?
The Miami Heat have been a well-run organization from day one.
Mm-hmm.
Since the departure of LeBron, they've gone through some changes, etc. They've built around Jimmy Butler, Bam,
Jimmy Butler.
Tyler,
Mm-hmm.
I would say are their core. But other than the conference finals game 7 with us, which we beat them, and obviously they went to the finals, I don't feel like they're a threat.
They also made Lowry they're not going to trade Lowry, by the way, FYI.
Really?
Yeah, they
should.
announced. I think they said he's untouchable.
So yeah, I mean, I feel like they're stuck in basketball limbo of being a good, well-run team, but they've reached their ceiling, and I can only see a decline. So they're gatekeeping the midness of the
gatekeeping.
But the thing is, with
midness.
Miami Heat, they've always kind of like had pretty decent seasons, and they just never really get to that point. But I don't know. I think because teams around them are getting better. I think I don't want to say they've been hiding, but
They haven't been outside.
they haven't been outside. They kind of. But I also don't want to say they've been getting away with it because they've been playing well, especially with a respected coach like Eric. Like he kind of gets them to a point to at least compete.
Yeah, I mean, without that system, I don't feel like
Yeah.
they're reaching anywhere where they are now. So
And they need Bam to drop like I think I saw a stat they're like if Bam drops 25 points plus, that's when they're pretty much at there.
and he can, he should.
And he can, but he needs to be doing that every game.
But it's not as regular an occurrence as it should be.
Okay, so let me see. Okay, so the Miami they're 3-0 when Gabe starts, 17-19 when Lowry starts, 6-1 when Lowry doesn't play, 11-6 when Victor plays. Just
Victor
FYI.
Oladipo.
Yeah.
Quick highlight. I think he's been averaging something like over the last 15 games, so somewhere in the region of about 19 points.
He's starting to turn up a
steal
little
and
bit.
half.
Yeah.
Go pick him on fantasy then.
I already have.
Oh shit!
I already have. That's why I'm aware.
Oh, that's what you're advocating. That makes
That's why
sense.
I'm advocating.
That
Victor
makes sense.
Oladipo is having a little bit of a resurgence after his kind
Yeah,
of
and he's
troubled
had to
injury
decline.
history over the last few years. So I think if we see Victor Oladipo get to that kind of star guard, that's a massive W for Victor.
I think that's what that's the vision of the Miami Heat. Have that as well as the big three.
Can do.
Another East team quickly before we move on and wrap this up. The Sixers. I want to talk about the Sixers.
They've been streaking
because
but no one cares.
I know I say this
No, yeah, it's real
I
quiet.
know I say this every season, but they're good, man.
No
they're good.
years Nicholas has
No,
said
I
we don't want the Sixers in the
because
playoffs.
come on, let's speak about this
Every
like
year.
let's speak about this logically, right? Let's use our basketball brains, right?
I'm not gonna lie.
Trademark.
Al Horford has been cooking him.
Yeah, I know.
cooking
But
him.
listen, on paper, and even when you watch them play, right, the Sixers over the last few years, they've been good.
They have been good.
They just obviously fell at that certain second round mark, right? But you know, when they had Jimmy and Embiid, like that was a great team, and even now they have a great team. Harden actually officially said that his Rockets team was good, and there was another team he said that
OKC?
was good. I think it was OKC as well.
I know you
But
said his
he's-
Rockets team was the best chance he had.
Yeah, but now he said this Sixers team he has is the best chance that he has to win a ring. So I guess where did the Sixers go? I think him and Embiid right now are gelling. Harden's getting his assists. Embiid is hooping.
They're third in the East, guys.
Yeah.
they are.
They're
29 and
pretty much
16.
second. They got the same
It's-
record as
It's
Bucks.
been they're on a 4-game win streak. It's been quiet.
So what are you saying?
I don't know how the hell this has slipped past.
I believe in Philly this season. No, I don't think they can win it all, but I don't think they will win it all, but I think they can.
They have to be.
I think
They have
think
to
they
be
can.
either the Nets,
Oh, yeah,
the
yeah.
Bucks, or the Celtics to make noise. So if they can beat one of those teams in playoffs, then we'll talk.
I believe it when I see it.
You think they can beat the Bucks at all?
Do I
That'll be
think
a hell of a
Sixers
series.
versus Bucks?
Harden versus Giannis.
He's leading the league. Harden's leading the league right now
That's the-
in assist
that's-
point game, and he's leading the league in assists. And he's had a 10 assist game this month. So 10+ assist games. Isn't it?
We'll
So,
get into it.
hey,
Maxi's playing quite well. He's back from injury, so.
Messi's back. And also, speaking of injury, Kawhi's hooping too. I know you got him on fantasy.
You know what? Yeah. Can I?
Yeah, do your thing, bro.
Again, this is still basketball, but I'm gonna talk fantasy right now. I picked him up at the draft. He wasn't playing games. People were in my DM saying, "Drop that bum, or I'll give you Kyle Lowry for him." I was like, "Nah, I'm gonna wait." Now he's dropping 29, 30, 36, 4 steals. Yeah, trade value gone up.
If you're on fantasy, shout us, man.
Yeah, I can't lie.
Any surprise pickups you got, man? Let us know, man. Let us know. This,
Yeah, man,
this is
yeah,
becoming a jungle now. Fantasy is becoming a jungle.
This is where it gets good.
A pack of hyenas
Yeah, you have
in
no
the
idea.
gang shit. All right, quick. We need to wrap this up. So let's move on to flowers quickly. This is the part of the show where you pick a player, you pick a team, pick a man, anything to do with the NBA that you want to give flowers to. Completely on you, completely up to you. I'll start, and I will go with OKC. Just in general, there's so much things to point out, but I just think it's finally good to see them competing. I think they will make the playoffs. I think SGA is absolutely phenomenal. Josh Giddey, best Australian in the league. And I think it's peak because they got Shet coming back next season.
People forget.
So I think it's time to take OKC seriously because they are cooking and teams are actually scared. They've said it, and that's it really. So big up OKC.
Bex is jumping up and
And
down.
Bex are 6 man. Do you know what? He hasn't really been talking his shit, because Bex isn't really Bex is a.
Nah, Bex will wait until he's on top.
Exactly.
Bro,
Bex, listen, we'll bring another member.
Just get a single line from like Alperin Chingu.
Yeah. Another member of the Mother Broke crew. You guys have seen him from previous episodes, but Bex is. I don't even know what type of fan to call that guy, bro. What do you call him, man, bro?
on the rise fan.
On the rise fan,
something.
yeah.
If your team isn't doing well, Bex,
He won't say a
you won't
thing
see
for
him.
time.
You won't see him.
You won't see him, bro.
Yeah,
Good
you
to do well. Anyway, so I think he's just waiting for because the NBA is a bit different, man.
And they got their picks.
Yeah, and they got their pick. So OKC right now they've done the best business, pulled off one of the most
Best heists.
fleeciest, heist trades ever with Clippers.
They're still
Who are
sitting on a
completely
mountain of
regretting it
picks.
right now. They're still sitting on a mountain of picks. They got potentially a really good big man coming back next year, and they've probably got one of the best guards in the league right now as well.
I feel like next year they
good
could
to be a
actually,
OKC fan right
once
now.
they get the player that they get in the draft next year,
Yeah.
they can just trade their picks for a star and have one of the best starting
That's
lineups in the league.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. You look.
Ken, who you got?
I'm sticking with I think the same flowers I gave last week. So bonus, man.
Word.
I think he's leading the league in 15 5-5 games.
Yeah.
Overtaking Jokic.
Made history this season.
Leading the Kings in all-time rebounds or all-time like 15 plus rebound games.
Yeah.
Triple doubles left, right, and center. I think he's averaging 19, 12, and 7. Top 3 big man in the league, in my opinion.
Yep. I agree. I agree.
Finally getting the recognition he deserves. He will be an all-star, and I think he'll make all-NBA.
Okay.
Nice.
Well, was there stick with the West theme? I'm going to do a little bit of oddball. My flowers goes to the Memphis Grizzlies, Dylan Brooks, Jones, Morant for being the most lovable / corny team in the NBA.
Wait, these are your flowers?
These are my flowers.
I
I don't
What
understand
kind
how-
of villainary flowers are these?
This is like villainary flowers.
Poison
I don't
ivy,
get
yes.
how you guys are
God
lovably jarring and corny whilst kicking ass and taking names. So I'm going with the Memphis Grizzlies for making me feel a whirlwind of emotions. Like, you're fun to watch. You're beating teams.
Yeah, no
And-
dancing
and then
last
you
night
just come
though.
out
is
and
it?
just do some weird
they were
shit.
dancing.
I
Yeah.
love it. I love it.
Can't cares, man. I hate the Grizzlies.
Memphis Grizzlies for me. I love it.
Cool.
Aye, mate.
Let us know if you guys want to give your flowers. There's so much to run through. There's a lot of good happening in the NBA, isn't it? So there's a lot of underrated and unexpected players showing up. I think we're definitely past halfway the season, right?
Yes, we are indeed.
Over the halfway line.
Over the halfway line. Crazy. Then quickly, has your opinion changed of who's gonna win, of what's gonna happen? So obviously you're still with the Celtics.
Yep.
I think I must have said we need to go back to what we said.
Yeah, we have to get the tape.
I think I picked the Bucks though. I don't think it's gonna be the Bucks anymore.
I don't even remember who I picked.
Yeah, we'll look at our tape.
We'll look at our tape. But if I could quickly call it now, I'll say it could be the Celtics. Well, anyway, this is your chance.
I ain't
bro.
doing all that, man.
This is your chance, bro.
Give me
There's-
Denver. Give me Denver.
I think, do you know what? I'm just going to predict a shock. I just think we're just going to be shocked this season.
Celtics to go
Portland
out in the
Trailblazers.
first
Do you imagine the Celtics go in the first round? Blow it up.
Jeez, you might want to see me.
If you see
Blow
us,
it up, bro. Blow it
Yeah,
up.
we ain't blowing
round.
out.
We're gonna have to record from his bedroom.
Look, well, let me just see. Let's speak realistically, wait. Let me just see realistically. I always love to back this shit. Okay, no, definitely make it past the first round. Yeah, they'll
They
definitely
can't
make
come
it.
over crazy.
Bro, I can't lie. It's a runway for you lot, man. It's up to you. It's up to the Celtics.
I see what Nick's doing.
Nah, it
see what
is
you're
though.
doing. I see
Am
what
I
you're
lying?
doing.
one injury, everything changes.
That is
Just
true.
call it.
That's true. That is true. That's true. Cool. Do you want to speak up the Raptors quickly, or are we good? I don't know why they're quite relevant to me.
You guys
recently.
playing them tonight, man.
Yeah, we
Don't
got
forget
them.
to cook them.
JT ain't playing. JT, no problem.
JT ain't playing?
Yeah, he logged 48 minutes last night.
Damn.
For the OT win against
Load management.
I don't know.
against
Thibodeau was
against the
in front
Warriors.
Mm.
I think he's played like the most minutes out of quite a bunch of people this year, so he deserves some rest.
The ghost of
Go play with
Coach
Deuce.
Tibbs.
Alright.
Go play with Deuce. The ghost of Coach Tibbs is still stomping around Boston's locker room.
Alright, any last things you guys want to run through? Last minute little one-line agendas.
Nah, I'm gonna save my stink or swim for next.
Oh
for
yeah,
next-
sing
for
it.
next
Yeah,
week.
we'll bring that. We'll bring that back next episode. Cam, you good?
Oh, good, man.
Carlux, you good?
I'm all good.
You're good.
Yeah.
Alright, well, you guys know the vibes, man. You
Heat
guys.
fans. Crazy.
Damn.
I'm not like Warriors. we're logical people.
My man.
You guys know the vibes, man. We're about to go and play hoops right now, man.
Yeah, man,
So,
we're running late, man.
but you know, we're running late.
man,
Yeah.
yeah,
So
get out of here,
yeah,
man.
man.
gotta get
Bad
out
one.
of here. But you guys know the vibes. If you're listening on Spotify and Apple Music, thank you as always. No matter where you're from, we're
Tell a
just
friend
here,
to tell a
man.
friend.
Brotherhood. Just speaking hoops, isn't it?
Hit the like thing here.
Yeah.
Hit the subscribe one
Yeah.
there.
Good luck,
And then,
Carlux.
yeah, man.
Yeah. Subscribe.
Every bloody time.
Every good
All of
edit
that.
is a problem.
This guy, man.
But yeah, man, it's love
Someone's
always. It's love always. And yeah, man, have a good week. We'll see you next week.
Yeah.
Let's get it. Gang.
Peace.
Good shit.
Be gone.